Looking for tickets to the hottest shows, games, and events? Ticket Liquidator is your one-stop shop for great prices, no hassles, and guaranteed tickets. Since 2003, we've been connecting buyers and sellers, providing access to sold-out events at prices lower than most secondary market options. Whether it's sports, theater, or concerts, our massive nationwide network ensures you get the tickets you want, guaranteed. For the best seats at the biggest events, start with Ticket Liquidator today at ticketliquidator.com. That's TICKETLIQUIDATOR.com. Ticket Liquidator.
Ready to bring your vision to life? At Small Rig, every idea, design, and product is inspired by you, the creator. With our industry-first under co-design mode and the Dream Rig free customization project, we unite with global creators to turn big dreams into reality. Whether it's a cage rig or mount, Small Rig's versatile gear is built to elevate your craft. Small Rig, where your creativity meets our innovation. Go to smallrig.com.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Welcome back to What's Up Waco, the podcast that loves to introduce you to the people, the places, and the properties that make Waco an excellent community to live. Hey everybody, welcome back to What's Up Waco. I'm your host, Erica Boisvert, and today I'm joined by Matt Lacek. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Thanks for braving the cold weather today.
Yeah, it's chilly out there.
It's chilly. It's a different chilly. I think, Is that what you were saying a minute ago when you're talking about like Utah versus Texas cold?
Yeah, the mile-high elevation cold is a lot different than down south.
Oh, it's so
It's
different.
heavy down here.
It's just cold and it just sits on your skin.
Yeah.
In Colorado, where I'm from, you could be outside in 30. Like today, this would be nothing.
Oh, yeah. It'd be
This
a
would be
nice
like
day.
jeans and a sweatshirt, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, very good. We are here to talk about Lacek Mill,
Yes.
which is a new addition, I guess, in China Spring.
I guess that's what the surveyors call it. Yeah.
Right? Yes. So subdivision
Right.
by any other name.
We call it a neighborhood, but
Okay.
yeah.
It is. So it's going to be 25 lots.
Yes.
They're each an acre, which is super cool.
Yeah.
So my first question I am dying to know is why China Spring?
Good question. I didn't know too much about China Spring. We don't live there, although
Okay.
we are going to keep a lot. We love the area. I've learned a lot about it, and
Sure.
it's, quite the community.
It is.
It is.
So you've seen our Facebook group, I can tell.
Very close knit. A lot of community pride. I mean, talk about
Ooh.
faith, family, and football. That
Oh
seems
my gosh.
it's a
Yes.
big football town, and
And
I
loyalty.
love that. That's kind of where we come from, and down south a little bit, Liberty Hill. It's very, very similar. It's kind of
Okay.
funny how similar the towns are.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
So is that kind of
That is-
that was the compelling feature? You're like, wait,
it felt like home.
that's neat.
Yeah.
So then that makes me wonder why didn't you want to do anything closer to Liberty Hill?
It's interesting how it came about.
Okay.
My wife and I have been in real estate projects, different small projects for the last 6 or 8 years.
Okay.
Small family business. She's an agent. My son works for us, looking for new projects.
Fun.
He met someone up here, older gentleman,
Okay.
who owned the property, and we got to know him and really just looked into all the details of the property and China Spring, the community, and it just came about. Doors
Nice.
kept opening, things worked out. It kind of happened by itself, just naturally.
Oh yeah, those are the things you don't fight against.
Yeah, exactly.
That you just welcome with open arms and say, "Here we go."
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, and we met the older gentleman, talked to him about all the features of the property, the history of it.
Sure.
We looked around, met neighbors. I looked across the field. There's a local water provider, and that's the biggest thing with land.
Oh my
with
gosh.
developing land or even buying your own 1, 2, 5 acre parcel. I mean, you've got to make sure you've got water.
Yes.
So I went and talked to the guy sitting out in his truck at the water company, and and he said, "Oh yeah, maybe call this person and
Sure.
see about water meters." And everything just kind of unfolded
Wow, that's great.
perfectly. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it's been
I know.
Great.
I think that's how we got connected because that was my very first question to you, I think, was,
Yes.
sir, where are you you getting the water from?
That's a big deal in Central Texas.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And in China Spring right now. It's a little rough.
Yeah, I've heard of water meters being available and then not being available and then being available again and then not.
And then again for twice the price. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the joy.
Yeah, we were told that this is going to be the last little development of where they'll be issuing water meters until something major changes.
Because this is Aqua Texas.
Right.
Yeah, we got to be tapping that well out.
Maybe. Yeah.
But that's what it's there for. So you're getting into the water, which is super important.
Yeah, and that's all done. All meters are approved and boxes are in place and water's flowing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that because I know some people are like, you don't need a water meter. You can have a rainwater solution or you can have this other solution.
Yeah.
I'm like, those aren't quite as viable as just tapping right into that meter on your property.
Yeah, I think the well depth in that area is about at least 1,500 feet.
Oh, yeah. And through rock. It's not cost effective to sink a well in that area.
Yeah. Rock's good for building, but not for drilling.
Yeah, you'll have some good cornerstones to build those houses on. Builders will be happy and sad coming into those properties.
Yeah.
So that's very cool. So now, but you've been doing this. So I guess instead of why Lacek Mill or what started the development ideas in general? This is a very specific part of real estate to get into. So what kind of led you there?
Right. So all of our projects have been smaller. This is our biggest project.
It's a big one.
Our first major development. We've done small, splitting lots and things like that. But this kind of, again, it's hard to get away from it just happening naturally. We looked at the property. We met people in the community, tried to decide what we should do with it, whether we keep it for the future, whether we resell it, whether we build on it, split it up a little bit.
Okay.
But everyone we met, from engineers to surveyors to agents, the common theme was there's not a lot of buildable lots with water meters in China Spring. And we looked at all the options for the lot layout. Had to put a road right down the middle of it, which is kind of cool. It starts high and goes down a little bit. The elevation change it's not too much, but it has a nice kind of comfortable feel when you're going down the road. It's kind of a nice private secluded neighborhood.
It is.
With a cul-de-sac at the end, and all the fields around it are staying that way from what they say, what the neighbors say. Because we looked into it. We said, how big can we make this? And
what are opportunities in the future for other phases or whatnot?
Right. And they are adamantly not selling. So, and this wasn't being used for anything. It wasn't being farmed. Although the ones, the ones nearby are just kind of open fields and wanting to stay that way. So,
he didn't even have it like leased out or anything, did he? Like there was no cattle lease or anything.
I think there was an old one, but it wasn't being used.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
I think just to maintain the
keep
exemption.
that ag in place.
Yeah.
100%. Okay.
Yeah. So we just spoke with people in the community, neighborhoods, and we were seeing the opportunity of fulfilling a need in China Spring. That's really what happened. It came to fruition just from the need and God opening doors here and there. I mean, we're a very strong faith-based family, and we submit everything we do to the Lord, and He guides our steps and opens doors He wants us to go through and closes doors He doesn't. And we just are watching for that. And with this one, everything opened up, working with the surveyors, the county, the engineer. We're good friends now.
I'll bet.
All the agents I've met, neighbors, just community officials, football coaches. I mean, there's a lot of people in the community that we've met, and it's been awesome. It reminds me of hometown.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
It is definitely a very Friday Night Lights kind of town.
Yeah, Liberty Hill is as well. We're big time high school football focused community down there.
We love it. Oh, and don't discount our baseball. Our baseball does
well too. Yeah, the Cardiac Cougars. Yes. That's right. I've been watching them.
You have been watching all of this. So, other than the house lots, and you're not building these. We should mention you're not a builder, so you won't be building the homes.
No, we're working with some builders that are looking at some lots now.
Okay.
But we are not doing any construction ourselves.
Okay. So you're here providing the area, and do you have kind of a vision of how it's going to look at the end? I know there's some light restrictions. But do you have a vision? Will there be like a clubhouse or any community amenities?
No amenities.
Okay.
There is a detention pond that has to be maintained, and then the road has to be maintained. So there won't be an HOA.
Good. Okay.
But there will be a POA, which is a very light. It's only there for what's necessary. It's not restrictive. Although we do want to have some thoughtful restrictions on building requirements, at least 2,200 square foot homes.
Okay.
We can do side entry garages to keep the front garage door, eliminate that. So it's side
just kind of keep that aesthetic.
Yeah.
Okay. You have like a 60% masonry.
Right. On the front.
Okay.
No mobile homes, no barndominiums.
Okay.
So site built homes on slab. And, but yeah, we want to keep it very light.
Okay.
We're not going to say you can't have chickens or anything like that. I mean, it is the country. It's
I think you'd get a little pushback on the note, especially right now. My goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an asset.
Yeah. And then you are, can I ask, I don't want to get into price because I don't know when somebody's going to listen to this, but let's say at the entrance versus the top of the key or the end of the cul-de-sac. Sorry, that's not football. That's basketball. Is there going to be a difference in price, or are you kind of keeping it all even across the board?
So some of the lots are premium lots, if if you can describe it that way. They're all 1 acre. They're all very similar, but at the top of the hill, there are some wooded lots. There's some nice trees on the lots. We're keeping one of those.
Okay.
They might be a little more. We're not, it's not going to be much. As well as the bottom of the cul-de-sac, it's nice to have, a lot at the end, right next to all the open space, the detention pond and the fields around.
Yeah.
So there might be a couple.
That's kind of what I was thinking, like where the trees are already established and then kind of out at the.
Right.
It just makes sense that they'd be a little more premium, as you say.
Right.
Especially if you do get a little bit of a view of the, pond.
Yeah. If it'll be a pond. Yeah.
If it detains anything. So that's very cool. Okay. So basically roughly around the same price, negligible differences. What else? Are you going to have, like, I know sometimes there's like big, huge signs that are like Lacek Mill. Are you doing any stonework or anything at the front?
So at the front, we're going to have a gate. It will be a gated community.
Oh, it is gated.
Yes,
okay.
It will be a secure gated community. Once, I believe 60%, the majority of the houses are built.
Okay.
Just to avoid construction damage, that type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm actually meeting the gate guy up there after this.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to
we'll
plan
be heading
that.
the same way.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be gated. I've posted some mock-ups, some 3D generated design ideas of what it may look like.
Okay.
We're still planning that, but it will be gated, and it'll be a nice little private community. It's a private chip seal road, very country, very. I mean, my sons and I, we went up a couple weeks ago to camp. We had to do a controlled burn with some of the brush. And man, you can see the stars at night like nothing else. It's
dark out there.
It's beautiful.
It's great. Yeah. And you're right. I should mention, we should kind of get into it. So a lot of new additions in town have either been off of China Spring Road or Wortham Bend 2490, or maybe off of Yankee. That's where like the biggest subdivisions have gone up. But this is off Ish. Like you're like smack in the middle.
Yeah.
Of old school China Spring. I would consider old school China Spring.
Right.
Very close to the fire department where the old downtown used to be.
Yeah, it's right.
Community.
A block away from the volunteer fire department, just off of Old China Spring Road. It's hard to see from a busy road.
Yeah, it is. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
But you still have really easy access because you just jump on Old China Spring and you hit New China Spring and you're right there.
Yeah, it's about 20 minutes from downtown Waco. Yeah. Very close.
It's neat. It's secluded, but very accessible.
Right.
Yeah, that's great.
That's kind of how it it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's appealing. I have had people already reach out and just kind of like sending me your Instagram stuff and saying, do you know about this? Do you know what this is? And I'm like, funny, you should ask. He's coming out. But I know one of the things that a couple of the people are very excited about is the tax rate difference.
Yes.
Because in the 76708 portion of China Spring ISD, for example, last year, 2024, was like 2.2%. But in 76633 China Spring ISD, you're going to be it was at about 1.47.
Yeah.
That's a big chunk.
That is a big difference for property tax.
Yeah. So that is appealing, definitely.
Yeah, we I mean, like I said, it's just kind of coming to fruition naturally, just organically.
Yeah, that's neat. That's the best.
Come about. Yeah. Yep. We've gotten a lot of interest. There's been a lot of contacts, a lot of people, like I said, just local people from the school that they work at the school district or downtown Waco, or just even a couple of the coaching staff have been asking about it. It's kind of cool to see the locals and meet them. So with all the questions we've gotten, we've decided to do a 1-day sale.
Right.
We are taking reservations. You can come and do a pre-tour of the lots if that doesn't work out for you.
Okay.
But on March 15th, we're going to do a 1-day sale where we're going to be up there. My wife, my son, our family will have a lot of information about the lots, and people can reserve their lot that day if they want. So we can answer a lot of questions there, but I'm always available as well to answer questions. I'm available by email. It's a small family-based business, so when you message someone on the social media ads or whatever, you're messaging me. So.
You're like, that's me.
Yeah.
That's a good distinction, because sometimes I do reach out on those.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who am I talking to? Are you just like a social media team, or?
No, it's
like
just
the
us.
person?
It's all in-house.
That's good.
My wife takes very cool pictures and makes nice reels.
Did she do the drone stuff too?
No, we hired a local person to do the drones, and but she does all the posts and graphics and
no, it's looking good.
And,
hashtags and SEO and all the things that all of us real estate agents never knew we would have to know.
Yeah, and getting the word out.
Now you are doing a great job.
Easy Sun has been living fearlessly under the sun since 2016. Born from sailors' need for convenient sun protection, our mineral sunscreen is crafted with natural ingredients offering broad spectrum protection against UVA and UVB rays. Safe for your skin and the environment, stay protected on the go with Easy Sun, your ultimate sun care solution. Visit EasySun.com today. That's EEZYSUN.com. Get paid faster with Bill, the easiest way to send, receive, and manage your payments. No more delays, no more hassle. Whether you're a freelancer or a business, Bill makes payments seamless and secure, simple, fast, and reliable. Sign up today at Bill.com.
So prior to March 15th, you're saying people can come reserve a lot if they want, or are you holding off?
Oh, no,
right,
it's available too.
You can come and get it.
Yeah, as of last week, we are giving private tours, or it's open. Okay. You can drive through, and we're going to have lot markers up. This is all happening like right now. The road is still actually not complete. We did one course, and we're going to do another course of chip seal probably next week. And but yeah, it's open to drive down. We'll have lot markers up, I think, by the end of next week. So we'll have the lots identified. And we would happily talk to anyone about making one of their lots their dream home.
Okay. Yeah. So it is open and ready for the taking.
Yes, we are waiting on final approvals, things like that.
Okay.
The power still needs to be installed. Okay. So we're working with Encore. We're scheduled. It's all underground.
I know, that's my favorite part. Sorry. I was just about to say that. It's so awesome. Okay.
Yeah. They've been great to work with so far as well. They've guaranteed meters. It's just a matter of construction time.
Sure.
Yeah. And they usually are the last ones to come in.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Power.
Power.
Yeah.
Who knew?
They have the power.
They really do.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll let them because let there be light. So what else? Are you able to, or do you have any builders that have committed yet? Or are you only going to have site built, or can somebody bring in their own builder if they're like, hey, I want to work with so-and-so?
No, most of the lots are still available, and, and it's open to anyone. Bring your own builder.
Okay.
If a builder wants to buy a few lots and build spec homes or custom homes, it's open to that. Just very minimal restrictions need to be followed, just to maintain the value. And as you know, that's important to.
Well, it's kind of important.
Yeah.
It's always a thought, right?
But not going too far with the restrictions and HOAs and being annoying. It's really going to be very light, just to maintain value and make sure it's a nice community.
So just like a small, non-overbearing POA,
right?
And then I'm guessing an architectural review committee.
Yeah, as part of the
just to be like, yes, this is
right for anything that's not spelled out, but it's very very basic. I mean, we're not going to be too concerned with style or anything like that. Style wise, I mean, it's as long as it's a nice quality home over 2,200 square feet. And side entry garage, and the setbacks are all set. It's all standard. They're very nice wide lots, so they're all pretty square.
I like that.
Yeah, about 220 by 220. So the 1 acre is a very nice spread out lot.
As opposed to, like, I know when we go to buy like 10 acre, those parcels, they always tend to be this really long rectangle, and they're really not as usable as you would think.
Your neighbors are very close in that way.
It defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
But no, this sounds like really well thought out, and it all just kind of fell together in such a beautiful way.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want people to know about Lacek Mill that we haven't touched on yet? Oh, where'd the name come from? I forgot about that.
So we looked at the history of the property, and from what we can tell, it was an old cotton gin that was on the property. And there was actually some old equipment there, and we tried to keep it, but it was just so stuck into the ground and damaged. It was really, we couldn't, unfortunately. But we know there was a lot of mills in the area and gins. And with this being our first subdivision, we thought, let's just name it Lacek Mill.
Yeah.
And so far, I think it's
I think
a good
that
choice.
works.
Yeah.
It's a neat combination. You just like put y'all's last name and then what used to be in the area, and boom.
Exactly. Yeah, we were going to have to do 2 small streets, and I was going to name those after my 2 granddaughters, JoJo and Evie.
Cute. How old are they?
JoJo is 4 and Evie's almost 1.
Oh, cute. So, those are fun ages.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Those are fun ages to watch.
Oh, yeah.
And then be like, goodbye, good luck. I'll see you next week. I'll see you tomorrow.
They're fun. I mean, we look forward to seeing them every chance we get.
Oh, yeah. Same. Very cool. Okay, sorry, I interrupted you. Is there anything we haven't touched on about Lacek Mill? I know you've got your beautiful notes. Have I missed anything? Or do you have frequently asked questions that you want to get into?
No, not really.
Okay.
The restrictions, we covered that.
Yep.
There's not much.
Nope.
Where it's at.
Yep.
I tried to describe where it's located pretty easy. Hopefully we can maybe have a link in the show notes or something.
We'll definitely have a link to your website. It has it all laid out.
Okay, great. No, it's like I said, we are waiting on a couple final things, but we expect that to be wrapped up here soon.
Okay.
But we are taking reservations for lots.
Perfect. So what is the best place for people to connect with you? I know you said email, but would you rather they check out the website, go to your Instagram, any other social?
The website, lacekmill.com.
Okay.
It links to everything, as well as Lacek Mill, Lacek Mill on Instagram, Facebook. You can even look on Google. That'll tell you exactly the location on Google Maps. So
good.
Yeah.
Well, great. We'll have all of that in the show notes. And when you link back to the site, does it give, I don't remember seeing prices on there, just for people who are curious.
Yes. Yeah, we do have prices listed on the site.
Perfect. So for people who are curious, you can go there. The show notes will have all the links that you need to take you to all the places you need to go to learn about Lacek Mill. So if you're thinking about a custom home and you want to be in China Spring and you don't want to pay 2.2% in property taxes or whatever they come out with in 2025, and you want to move into the 3.3, it's open. It's a great little town, good schools, good spot. I like where you guys found this land. Like, it's really a neat place.
Yeah, it'll be a nice little neighborhood. I can't believe how great those schools are. I mean, they're all A-rated schools. It seems like it's awesome.
They do a good job. I'm a little biased, but we appreciate living in China Spring and raising our kids halfway raising our kids there. It's been a lot of fun, and I think this will be a really welcome community. And what a great way to kind of stay in town and still be able to build a dream home if that is something that you're thinking about. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing about all of this.
Yeah, thank you for the invite.
Yeah,
it's been nice.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Good. And everybody, please check out Lacek Mill. If you want to know any more, just click the links in the show notes and you will learn everything that you need to know. Come on out and tour it. If you have any questions, you can DM Lacek Mill. You can send me anything. And that is Lacek Mill. And this is What's Up Waco. Have a topic you want to talk about? Do you have questions about Waco, the real estate market, how to sell your house, what to look for when you're buying a home? Send me an email, ericasellstexas@gmail.com. Shoot me a text, 254-447-0180. Happy to chat about it. Find me anywhere you listen to your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.